Good morning from Albania's second biggest city. Good morning from Durrës. This city is not only Albania's second largest, but also probably its most historic and most ancient. Hey, morning. This city has played a major role due to its geographical location on the Adriatic coast throughout history, already back in Roman times. And as you can see behind me, we can see a stunning Roman amphitheatre from the 2nd century, which had an attendance of about 20,000 seats. So it's like a mini Colosseum here in the middle of Durrës. Check it out, it's right in the middle of the houses. Imagine living in one of these houses, or one of these up here, and going to your balcony and looking down at the Roman amphitheatre. Back in Roman times, you could see gladiators or slaves fighting each other, or animals down here. And yeah, by the way, this amphitheatre here behind me, this Roman arena, is the biggest of its kind in the Balkans. So in this region of the Roman Empire, this was a major place. And right in the distance, we can see the port of Durrës, which of course is the reason why this city has played such a major role in Roman times, but also in modern history. Morning. But beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful place. And this Roman amphitheatre here, from the 2nd century, is also the major reason for tourists and visitors to come to this city of Durrës. And it's a beautiful sunny day today. And you might wonder why I've chosen this kind of rather negative title for this video. Well, it's for this reason that I've decided to start the video here at the best thing and most impressive thing that Durrës has to offer. It's my second and last day here, and let me show you guys why I've chosen this title for the video. Join me. This city is just lined with history. You've got Roman history here, Ottoman history here, and also World War II and communist history here. Such an historic place. I'd like to read about the history here of this portal, of this ancient Roman portal. So let's check out this site. Oh yeah, interesting. And Albania, obviously, still one of Europe's cheapest countries, if not the cheapest country for a holiday. But Albania is getting more and more popular and is investing quite a lot into its south, into the cities like Vlore, Sarande, Ksamil. I've already been down there, and it's flipping beautiful. And also flipping modern. Has it all. And this city of Durrës here, in the northwest of the country, half an hour drive away from Tirana, well, as the country's second largest city, and a coastal city, a port city, an ancient city, you'd expect quite a lot here in regards to the touristic infrastructure. Due to its geographical strategic location, this city has played a major role throughout history, not only back in Roman times. In World War II, in 1939 to be precise, the Italians, fascist Italy, invaded Albania, and they landed here in Durrës. And it was also from here, from Durrës, that the Italians launched their invasion of Greece. Here we've got our first example of the reason why I've chosen that title for the video. Right behind me we've got these ancient Venetian walls of this fortress, this ancient fortress, which used to be Durrës back in Venetian times. This is the ancient Venetian harbour here, the fortress, the ancient walls of it. And right next to it, behind me, it's the tourist attraction, the historic walls. Right next to it, opposite, on the opposite end of the street, we've got this. Check it out. Wowzers. I am flipping stunned by the state of this building right next to the historic heart of the city. I mean, wowzers. You wouldn't see any of that, a building like that, up in Tirana or down in Vlore or Sarande. I've already been down there, and down there you wouldn't find any buildings like this. The relic buildings, I mean, check it out, guys. Wow. Looks like a war zone, to be fair. If you look inside this building, wow. I'm not in Mariupol, by the way. I'm in Durrës, Albania's second largest city, and this is the state of the infrastructure here. And I mean, I'm not in some dodgy area or something. I'm right next to the Venetian walls of Durrës. Check it out, this ancient tower of the fortress of the Venetian harbour. This is a tourist attraction. This is where, wow, watch your steps here, guys. This is where most tourists and visitors that come to this town would come to take their pictures out. Check it out. And we've got this right next to it, man. Crazy. What is this place? I hope the building is not gonna collapse while I'm walking inside here, but check this place out, guys. And I'm not somewhere, I've said it before, I'm not somewhere in a remote area or something, outside of the city. I'm in the center of the city, at the port area, in the heart of the historic old town. Check it out. Wowzers. And check out this rubbish that lies around here. I mean, the building being derelict is enough, man. Check out the building, but check out the state of this place. This surely is a spot where homeless people hang out at night. But even for homeless people, this is horrendous, man. I can tell you one thing, I've seen a lot of Albania already. It's my second time in this country, and nowhere in the country I've seen anything in this state. Nowhere else in the country I've seen a building like this. So this is a first for me. I'm sure this is where the homeless people are sleeping at night. But, you know, check this place out, guys. City Council of Durrës, I mean, how long do you reckon this building here, this obviously abandoned building and relic building, and I guess homeless and junkie hangout, has been around and has been in this state? This is the toilet, guys. I mean, I'm glad for you guys that you can't smell this, but oh wow. And to show you guys how significant the location of this building is, I've just come out of it. As you can see, it's behind me. Thank you. It's right behind me, the building. Check it out. Right behind me, this massive, derelict, abandoned building. And it's in this square, check it out. Right next to the port. This, by the way, is the beautiful side of the port. The other side of the fortress. And here, right next to this historic monument. Well, it's actually a monument dedicated to... What's the name of it again? It's a memorial for the heroes of World War II, for the Albanian resistance against Italian fascists. The Italians obviously invaded, hello. The Italians obviously invaded Durrës from over there. They landed here in Albania, in Durrës. And of course many Albanians resisted the Italians. The Albanian resistance against Italian fascists, the invaders, was that massive that after 3 years the Italians gave up and the Germans took over in 1943 until they were chased out of here by the Allies. But yeah, it's absolutely incredible, isn't it, that right next to this monument here, this patriotic monument and this attraction of Durrës, and of course right next to this, right next to the Venetian harbour, we've got this. What is this place? I am stunned, to be honest. I actually came here to Durrës without any expectations. I came here because it's the country's second biggest city and I haven't been here yet. And it's not a long way from Tirana. It's a half an hour bus journey away from Tirana, which is super modern, as you've seen in my last video from there. But I mean, I've been to many places in Albania and I've never seen anything like this. Wow. Flipping hell. You would expect a building like that in some random town, in some village maybe, in rural Albania, but this is the country's second biggest city. What's going on? What's happening? Let me tell you guys about the history of this abandoned building here. This is the relict. Abandoned building full of rubbish inside, right next to the beautiful Venetian port of Durrës. I've just inquired about it. It was a hotel. Of course it was a hotel. I mean, it's right next to where the tourists hang out, you know. It used to be one of the best hotels in town. And now it's abandoned. And it has been in that state since 1992. So, for 32 years, this building has been in this state. This building here has been in this state for longer than I am alive. So, I don't know, Durrës City Council, but might be about time to, I don't know, clean this place up. This right here, guys, is the coastline of Durrës. Over there in the distance we can see the port. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of tourists and visitors about. Check it out. Looks like your usual, you know, beach destination, holiday destination. Well, here we can see the beach. Check it out. Flipping heck. This, by the way, guys, is the Adriatic Sea. On the horizon you can see Italy. This is where the Italians in 1939 landed, the fascist Italians, when they invaded Albania. They landed right here on these shores. But check out how this beach looks. Flipping heck. I mean, we're still technically in winter at the time of recording this video, but I mean, this is up there with the ugliest beaches I've seen in my life. And in the background, we can see loads of hotels. We can see the Hotel Arvi over there. We can see this fancy building over there, which is also a hotel. And down right next to it, we've got that hotel. Oh, that looks abandoned, doesn't it? And also there's many day tourists coming down from Tirana. Many people from Tirana just drive down for a day to get to the coast for a day or something, for a getaway. I mean, look how crowded the promenade is today. Man, the kids about having fun. Looks like your usual coastal beach destination, you know. And here we've got some ancient remains from the antique Roman days, right next to the beachfront. Pretty beautiful. And right behind the antique Roman relics, the remains of this Roman building, we've got the remains of seemingly, I suppose, a hotel. Check it out, behind this tree. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. Oh, it is open. Guys, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a guy on the balcony. This rusty building over there is still open for business. Would you stay in that hotel up there? And here we've got another derelict building. Right in front of the rusty hotel, we've got this derelict abandoned building. Let's see what we can find in there. Oh well. I don't fancy going inside there. Don't know for you guys. But what a place this is. You can tell by now why I'm calling this town the most neglected by the Albanian government. I mean, check it out, guys. Check this place out. Absolute madness. It looks like, if you look at that building, it looks like a war zone. It looks like being, in a war-torn country. This ain't Gaza. This ain't eastern Ukraine. This is the Albanian coastline. Albania's second biggest city. This is Durrës. And it's not in some, rural area or dodgy area of Durrës. This is right where all the tourists and visitors hang out, right next to the beach. You can even see the beach through that derelict building. The most surprising thing for me, guys, is this hotel right next to me. Check it out. Check out the state of this building. And there's people in there. There's people in there. There's still people up there. Maybe it's not a hotel anymore. Maybe it's an apartment building. Maybe I'm wrong. But still, guys, flipping heck. Look at the state of that building. Look at the state of the balconies. I mean, check this out. This is definitely, guys, well, the rustiest, most derelict place I've been to in Albania, and in the entire Balkans, to be fair. And I didn't expect it. I thought, as I've seen Tirana, like you guys, I've seen Vlorë, I've seen Sarande, I mean, all beautiful towns, beautiful idyllic places, and modern places like Tirana, clean. I even reckon that Albania in general, I don't want to paint a bad picture of Albania in this video, because I love Albania. It's one of the best countries in Europe in my eyes, not only because it's cheap, but great people, friendly people, and especially quite surprising because it's super modern. All the places I've been to before this are super modern, super clean. Despite the country being renowned to be a poor country, it's super clean. I mean, Tirana, Vlorë, these places are cleaner than some places in Greece, which is an EU country, and also some places in Western Europe. So, well, then when you come to this place, I mean, this ain't in some rural part of Albania. This is the country's second biggest city, and it's just a 30-minute drive away from Tirana. I mean, it's a different world. I call it Albania's most neglected city for this reason. I mean, Albania is getting more and more popular, and especially down in the south, and also obviously in Tirana, the government really puts a lot into these places. I mean, I've been to Vlore, and I reckon that many people have already vlogged in Vlore. There's many YouTubers who have already been there, and Sarande as well. And if you go to these places, it's super clean. I mean, it's super clean, super idyllic. The perfect place to spend a holiday at if you go to these places. And then when you come to this place, the country's second biggest city, not far away from Tirana, which is super modern. The fact that this hotel at the other end of the road has been in that state and been standing there for like 30 years, for over 30 years. I mean, come on. The Albanian government also needs to look at this place. I mean, this is why I call it neglected, because down in Vlore, they're now building, they're really expanding, because Albania actually only has one international airport, which is in Tirana obviously. But down in Vlore they're building an international airport now. They're really expanding the southern part of the country, the pretty southern part of the country. But if I look at this, I mean, there's so much potential here. And it's really sad because it's such an historic place. It has a lot to offer. But yeah, if you look at that, I also want to make sure and clear that I don't want to come across as that arrogant Westerner that comes here to Albania, a much poorer country for European standards, and moans about the state of the buildings and stuff. I don't want to come across like an arrogant Westerner that goes to poor countries and moans about everything. I like Albania. I mean, it's my second time in this country and I love it. For me, it's one of the prettiest countries in Europe, and one of my favourite countries actually. If I had to make a top 10 of favourite countries, Albania would surely make it. Great people here, up there with the friendliest people in Europe. It's affordable, it's nice nature, beautiful landscapes. I mean, I came here to Durrës not to make a negative video. I came here to Durrës because I haven't been here yet, and because I wanted to come here and see it. This is the first place I've been to in this beautiful country that, you know, has shocked me in a negative way. All the other places I've been to in Albania, I love them. Super pretty, super beautiful, recommend them. I recommend you guys to come to Albania. Durrës, I mean, it has a lot of history, but yeah, the Albanian government should consider putting some effort into Durrës as well. I mean, they're putting a lot of effort into other regions and cities in this country. They should really put some effort into it and get rid of the rotten buildings, clean up, shape up the derelict buildings that are still being used. I mean, goodbye from Albania, and Dilapidated for watching, and Dilapidated Albania. It's always a pleasure. So I'll see you guys in the next one from the next country. See you soon guys, love you all.